Before we come to the carpet to get started, I do want you to go ahead and turn to your partners. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions that we have to know the answers to in order for us to be successful with what we're going to be learning today. So I want you to turn to your groups. What does it mean to make an inference, and why do good readers stop to infer? Okay, go ahead and turn to your groups.
I don't understand.
Okay, so what does it mean to make an inference? And refer back to our chart.
Well, first,
Okay, Evan?
it means like the author doesn't come in and like tell you something exactly. You have to look for the clues that he puts in
Right?
and like infer what it really means.
So why would a good reader want to stop and make an inference?
Because not all authors just come out and tell you like you have to infer because you might not understand the text.
Oh, that's right. And what's our whole goal of reading?
To understand the text.
Understand what you're reading. Good job. Okay?
You have to make.
All right.
So basically, like thinking about
Okay.
the problem or something.
All right, so what does it mean to make an inference?
You think about it's not really prediction. It's like you think about what is going on. Like even if it won't tell you. Like if the boy's sick, it's not gonna say the boy's sick. It'll say
tell you, like,
it'll give you
cough and
clues
sneezing.
about it.
Oh, and then you use those clues plus what else? Is there anything else that also helps you make an
What is
inference?
the note? Knowledge. Did you put it down?
What was it?
Oh, yeah,
Your
prior
knowledge, your prior knowledge, exactly. Okay, good job. All right, so guys, I heard some really good things as I was walking around, but I have some more questions. When we read fiction, what can we infer about? Turn and talk, okay? When we read fiction, what can we infer about?
Plot, setting, character.
Plot, setting, characters. Good job, okay?
Setting. Yeah. Plot. The character setting.
Okay, let's say it together, and we've learned it in this order. We can infer about characters and plot. Okay, so now I'm going to get to some really important questions that we definitely need to make sure we can answer so we can be successful today. All right, I think you guys are ready for today. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to look up at what is our goal for today. We've already learned Tuesday how to make an inference about characters, Wednesday how to make an inference about the setting, Thursday how to make an inference about the plot, and you knew where we were going for today. Today I will be learning to make inferences about a text's characters, setting, and plot, all three in the same time, in a chapter book using clues from the text and my prior knowledge so that I can better comprehend the stories that I read. And when I was checking in with Evan, he even told me the whole point of reading is to do what, Evan?
Understand the text.
Understand the text, okay? So if we can't infer, we may not understand the text. So you're going to know that you've got it today when at the end of today's lesson, you're going to be able to make two inferences about either the text, character, setting, or plot, okay? And then those inferences need to have supporting text clues and your prior knowledge that helped connect to your inference. Everybody know how to be successful today? Yes. All right. So if you will come with everything, wait for a second, everything on your desk, your sticky notes, your inferential questions chart, your graphic organizer, and your excerpt from the text today, clip it to your clipboard. And I want row 1 to quietly come to the carpet. And then Trey stays, Ethan stays. Okay? And then row 2, come to the carpet. Nope, you just go where I sent you. Row 3. Just a little bit. Okay. All right, row 4. All right. Row 5.
You have Danica on your phone.
Okay. Oh, whoops. and then row 6, okay? And Nevaeh, you're right here, honey, okay? All right. Make sure you are crisscross applesauce, and you know who your partner is. So Shania, I'm gonna have you come over here and be partners with Ethan and Sabrina. And then Omar will partner up with Trey. Is there anyone absent today?
Tyler.
Just Tyler. Okay, so Brooke, I will have you work with Omar and Trey in a trio today. So you can just slide over one carpet spot, okay, and sit right there. Okay, so guys, we are ready to jump in to chapter 4 in the book that we've been reading, A Taste of Blackberries. Who can tell me, what did we infer from chapter 3? What did we infer had happened at the end of chapter 3? Because the author is not telling us much. Michaela?
Jimmy had an allergic reaction to a bee sting, and the ambulance took it away.
Okay, so did we infer that it was just one of those like little allergic reactions, like a little rash?
No.
Or what, Michaela?
Like he swelled up and he stopped breathing.
Wait a minute. What do you mean? Did the author tell us he stopped breathing?
No,
Why do you think he stopped breathing?
because an ambulance had to take him away.
From your prior knowledge, Michaela, when do ambulances get called?
When someone's like super injured.
Super injured. Can we use the word life-threatening?
Yeah.
Life-threatening injury or deathly ill. Okay, Jordan?
In danger.
Yeah, very, very much in danger. We're going to be looking at chapter 4, and as we read, I gave you some sticky notes because when you are in your own chapter books, we've been doing some coding and some writing on the sections I've copied for you, but you can't do that in real chapter books, but you can use sticky notes and do the same thing. And so I've given you some sticky notes that I want you guys to use and stick right on the sections that I copied for you. And every time I see that the author is telling me something that my character says or thinks or does, or that another character says about him, I am going to stop and I'm going to flag that section as a place where I might be able to make an inference, okay? If I read something about maybe when or where my story's taking place, then I'm going to stop and I'm going to flag that with an S, okay? That might be a place where I can go and make an inference. And then if I am sensing either a problem or something's kind of adding to my problem or maybe a problem starting to be solved, I'm going to stop and I'm going to flag that evidence with a P for plot. That might be a great place I can stop and make an inference about my plot, okay? So as we read, I'm going to start off with modeling, but then we're going to do a lot of this since we've practiced Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, a lot of this together, okay?